اللهم صل على محمد وآله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. اللهم صل على محمد وآله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. اللهم صل على محمد على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآله. الله
وما ما القارعة يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه فهو في عيشة راضية وأما من خفت موازينه فأمه هاوية وأما من خفت موازينه فأمه هاوية وما أدراك ما هي نار حامية صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على رسول الله وآله الأطهار على رسول الله وآله الأطهار إلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات. Please recite Fatiha على محمد صلوات على محمد وعلى محمد. الله
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Just a couple of announcements. First of all, since it's getting really crowded, I'd like everyone to get up and move a couple of steps forward. This is really important. We have a bunch of free space right up here in the front. So please, if we want to just get as close up to the speaker as possible, show as much respect as possible. All right. And then just a few general announcements. So as usual, there will be a children's program happening the same time as the other 4 parallel programs. It will be happening inside the Arabic hall. In addition, Rise Academy is selling Muharram t-shirts outside right now. And if you want to support them, feel free to. They're outside. Their table is set up right there. So if you want, you can get one of their shirts. Bathrooms are pointed as are behind in this hall, just to know. And as COVID's still going on, it's really important to follow protocol. Just as a quick reminder, hand sanitizer is in the back, and there should be no eating or drinking inside the halls. That includes water or Saba's chai. I know Saba's chai is really good, but we gotta refrain from that. If anything, if you need to drink or eat, please feel free to step outside. Doors right over there. And please, please, please follow the mask mandate. I know it's really hard, but it's in place it's in place for a reason. And if we want to keep the program going, inshallah, then we should try to stick with the mask mandate. We don't want any random cases coming up and happening at Saba. And before we bring up Sheikh Osama, David Coolidge will recite some poetry. So please invite him up with a loud salawat.
صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This poem I wrote 3 years ago before I moved to California. And the context was that I had been part of a community that I was very comfortable in, and as a white convert to Islam, there's not that many communities that are sort of centered around our particular needs. So I was very happy in this community, and this community was also the community where I transitioned to following the way of the Ahlul Bayt. And so it was my first Shia community, and so I was very attached to it. And I decided to move to California for a variety of reasons, and I was afraid of letting go of that. And so that's the context of this poem. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Humanity's story from beginning to end is written in pages no human can amend. From where did we come and to where shall we go? There are so many details that only one can know. But I do not need to know the whole plot, for my heart is lost on the same spot. In the sands of Iraq, under the blazing sun, I find deep conviction in the promise of one. At the feet of my Imam, in love with Hussein, the pathway to pleasure is riddled with pain. So I'll saddle my horse, once again I must ride. In the comfort of friends, I can no longer hide. To distant shores I must travel, miles to go before sleep, to offer what I have, for my life is not cheap. I will only spend it on a life without fear, in the abiding trust he is always near. My Hussein, come with me, please stand by my side, so that my studies and labors fill you with pride. The tears I have cried inspire my work, fighting against whispers that always lurk. Muslim scholars once studied more than just their own faith, so embracing diversity should not feel unsafe. A false choice to choose between mosque and the world, when in history's pages Hussein's flag was unfurled. For the whole world's a stage, and we can never forget the scene of 680 when two armies met. One was for truth, filled with family and friends, and the other for falsehood, seeking the basest of ends. And even though death fell hard upon the first, it left this seeker with an undying thirst, as if Hussein's absence is a void in human life that can only be filled in that land without strife. So what can you give me, O people of earth? Instead of showing me Hussein, you offer far less in worth. I was created for heaven, and my Lord set the price, my life for his gifts. I don't have to think twice. No matter how much I travel or read or love, nothing will slake me except my master above. At the end of my days, with nothing left to give, I hope I'll look back at the life I choose to live and see how Hussein gave me both earth and sky and promised me victory through every tear I cry. Even though the end seems far, soon it will come, and I pray for acceptance at the work I will have done. My dreams can be found near gardens and rivers that flow, but I only will get there by being fearless here below. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليك مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر الأحد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. Brothers and sisters, 4th of Muharram al-Haram. Inshallah, all of us, we can be in Karbala, Hair al-Husayni, Till Zainabiyah, stand there, as our Sheikh mentioned about the Masa'ib and Ashura and strong connection. Want to go and knock the door of mother, a sister, a savior of the message of Imam Hussein, Zainab al-Kubra, Salamullah alayha. Let me begin with this very important connection. Maybe our sisters, they wonder that before marriage, can I mention any conditions? Here's the reference. Zainab al-Kubra, Salamullah alayha, she did. When Abdullah bin Jafar comes and asks for the hand of Hazrat Zainab, Salamullah alayha, Sheikh Abbas Qami refers numerous references. Zainab al-Kubra, Salamullah alayha, sakatat. She was quiet and silent. And then she said, "Oh, my father, you know better than anyone else, but I have only one condition." "What's your condition?" She said, "My condition is, I don't want to be separate from my brother Hussein. In any given circumstances, I want to be with my brother Hussein." When Imam Ali alayhi salam, he mentioned Abdullah bin Ja'far, the one who was raised by Imam Ali, he said, "Ya Wali Allah, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ja'alta fidak, whatever you put the condition, I'm with you." Soon later, Zainab al-Kubra, she had children, Aoun, Muhammad. On the 28th of Rajab, year 60, when Imam Hussein, he wanted to go to Karbala, Zainab al-Kubra, she said to her husband, "Oh Abdullah, you know that I was obeying all my life. I mean, when it comes to the pre-marriage conditions, Zainab al-Kubra, she had a different vision. It's not like what we have sometimes, prenup, this and that. Sometimes even we come up with some of the crazy things. No, Zainab al-Kubra, her vision is different, right?" Abdullah said, "Yes, I remember. I cannot stop you. You're free. You can go." Zainab, she merges with her brother Hussein. They took the way to Mecca. Abdullah, he was sick, and Imam Hussein asked him to stay in Medina, according to some ahadith and riwayat, and some ahadith and riwayat, because it was understood, stayed there. Anyhow, when Imam Hussein, Sheikh Abbas Qumi mentions a beautiful point, when Imam Hussein, he announces that I'm not going to complete Hajj Rather, I want to go to fulfill Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's promise. وَفَدَيْنَاهُ بِذِبٍ عَظِيمٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to see me to fulfill His promise, which is the dream of Hazrat Ibrahim. Hazrat Ibrahim's dreams, all of us we know. Anyhow, Imam Hussein, he changed Hajj to Umrah and he performed and he was going. 1 farsakh, less than a farsakh, is close to Mecca. The caravan of Imam Hussein reached to Tan'im, Masjid Tan'im, which is Masjid Aisha. Those who go to Mecca, they know that when they go there, they can perform Umrah Mufrada if they want to. When they reached there, Imam Hussein, he said, we're going to stay here for a while. And they saw from far a few people there approaching. Imam said, see who are those people? Then they find out that Abdullah, he is approaching with his 2 of his son, Aun Muhammad. Allahu Akbar. He came to Imam Hussein, he said, oh Hussein, I have a request. I want to see your sister, my wife, for a while. Imam said, yeah, she's your wife, go ahead. Zainab, she felt that maybe Abdullah has changed his mind. And she said, oh Abdullah, if you're here, take me back. Know that maybe I have no choice, but I did mention, but maybe you cannot take me alive. I cannot live without my brother, even for a second. Abdullah said, no, I'm not here to take you back. That is your will, that is your condition. Rather, I'm here to give you a support. I know that Hussein will be alone, and I cannot accompany with my master Hussein. Aun Muhammad can be on my behalf a support to Hussein. Just here, brothers and sisters, especially my younger ones, I want to mention that the relationship between a mother and children is exceptional. No one can even imagine. But Karbala has changed all the equations. As our Shaykh was mentioning, once your vision is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing can stop you between you and Allah to go above and beyond. Here, mother in Karbala, and the 2 of his amana sons, Aun Muhammad, when it comes to sacrifice, she herself prepared to send them for the jihad and to sacrifice. You know what's the age of Aun Muhammad? Allahu Akbar. From this point, we can just imagine and relate to Imam al-Hussein and Muslimiyat of Imam al-Hussein. They are not like in 20s. No. Their age is in teen. According to hadith and riwayat, maybe 12 or 13-year-old Aun Muhammad. Just imagine. Uncle Hussein, Uncle Abbas, to see this moment. These 2 young, handsome youth that came to Imam al-Hussein said, oh Hussein, oh my master, oh my uncle, we want to go and want to sacrifice ourselves. We cannot see anymore. Allahu Akbar. Imam Hussein said, no. Go, your mother, she needed. They said, no, our mother, she is the one who prepared us and she is the one who sent us. Allahu Akbar, brothers and sisters. This is the equation no one can understand. Mother prepared, and mother, she said goodbye, and Khuda Hafiz, according to hadith and riwayat, and also even some of those who were enemies, like Hamid bin Muslim narrated that when any shaheed wants to go to war, Zainab, she used to accompany Imam al-Hussein, except Aun Muhammad. Why? Because she doesn't want to see the brother is affected with her. And when Awnu Muhammad, they did their duties, they sacrificed themselves, Allahu Akbar, sometimes. When you are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you want to have a covenant with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no one can stop that, right? Awnu Muhammad, they fought. And the last moment, they said, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdillah. Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Imam Hussein rushes to the Khaymegah, the battlefield, and he saw Awnu Muhammad. I don't know with what courage he was carrying the bodies of Awnu Muhammad. Allahu Akbar. And yet one more historical point, the connection between mother and son. The son, no one can deny here. Two of her sons, Zainab and Shaheed, comes. She's the one who's greeting and weeping and crying. Allahu Akbar, except Awnu Muhammad. When the bodies of Awnu Muhammad came, Zainab, she did not come out of the khayma, her tent. She did sajda. She said, Allahumma taqabbal minna hadha al-qurban al-qalil. Allahu Akbar, what the equation? Mother and children, no one can imagine. Yes, Zainab al-Kubra, salamullah alayha, she did not mourn, she did not weep, she did not cry for Awnu Muhammad. Allahu Akbar. Even when she was going from Karbala, she was weeping for her brother Hussein, Abul Fadl Abbas. Allahu Akbar. Even when they freed in the prison, from the prison, she was holding the head of Abul Fadl Abbas and Hussein, not Awnu Muhammad. Yes, one time, mother, she began to cry when she came back to Medina. Allahu Akbar. When she enters to the home and she saw the hujra, the room of Awnu Muhammad. Now she wants to announce to the world that this is the mother, Zainab al-Kubra, salamullah alayha. Ilahi, oh Allah, I fulfill all my duties. Now I see the empty room of Awnu Muhammad. Ilahi, taqabbal minna innaka anta sami'u du'a. Sallallahu alayki ya Zainab. Labbayki ya Zainab wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hussein, oh Hussein, Ya 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 Hussein. Ya Hussein, every day and night we remember Hussein. Every day and night we remember Hussein. We cry for Hussein and we call Ya Hussein. We cry for Hussein and we call Ya Hussein. Our goal is to spread the message of Hussein. Our goal is to spread the message. To live like Ali into the arms of Hussein. To live and to die like our Master Hussein. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. If I fall, don't come back for me. If I fall, don't come back for me. We must defend the progeny. Don't be alive to see mother weep over the son of Ali. Don't be alive to see mother weep over the son of Ali. A single tear she will not shed if her Imam still has head. A single tear she will not shed if her Imam still has head. La ara al-maut illa as-sa'ada, la hayata illa ash-shahada, la hayata illa ash-shahada. لا أرى الموت إلا السعادة، لا حياة لا حياة لا أرى الموت إلا السعادة، لا حياة. ما شاء الله. إلا الشهادة. Ya Hussein, don't hold on to me. Zainab set me free. Don't hold on to me. Zainab set me free. Uncle has fallen on arrows, don't you see? They stand and they stare. This sight I can't bear. On this day I also want to have my share. Don't look at my eyes, don't look at my age. Wiser than a sage. Don't look at my age. Wiser than a sage. This world without master for me is a cage. Let me fly away, my might all display. To be like my brother is for what I pray. To be like my brother is for what I pray. Thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, 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 thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, 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 thought Allah Hussein, thought thought Allah Hussein, 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 one more time. Thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, 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 thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, 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 thought Allah Hussein, 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 Hussein. And now I cannot breathe. He is far from me. Now I cannot breathe. He is far from me. Your scent is oxygen, so please do not sleep. It is for this day that we all must wait to show God how much we truly love Hussein. I'm also his son. The brothers are one. I'm also his son. The brothers are one. I'm Abdullah, inheritor of Hassan. I fight in his place. To heaven we race. I fight in his place. To heaven we race. Desire to see pride fill my father's face. Desire to see pride fill my father's face. Thought Allah said, thought Allah Hussein, 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 Hussein. Thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, Hussein, Hussein. Thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah, thought Allah Hussein, 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 Hussein. Thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah, thought Allah Hussein, Hussein. Although I shed tears, although I shed tears, with you death is clear. Although I shed tears, with you death is dear. In your lap I can smell Fatima is dear. Just like the Ali, it's 1 to 40. Take my hand, oh my God, they're no use to me. I answered your call. I answered your call. Catch me when I fall. My life is just for you, Hussein, and that's all. I answered your call. Catch me when I fall. My life is just for you, Hussein, and that's all. Thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah, thought Allah Hussein, 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 Hussein. Thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah, thought Allah Hussein, 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 Hussein. Thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, thought Allah Hussein, Hussein. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein.
Zainab's in Karbala crying in pain. Oh my dear brother, where are you, Hussein? Zainab's in Karbala crying in pain. Oh my dear brother, where are you, Hussein? Oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein. Oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein. After the bloodshed and after the worst, after her sons would lay cut up in thirst, after they dragged her without all her clothes, for months in a prison, her husband now knows. Oh my dear wife, you were so young, your hair is now white. Husband of mine, your Zainab has seen the worst day in sight. We are the Prophet's own family and blood, the ship of salvation when lost in the flood. Our doorsteps were known by you beggars the most. Is this how you treat us, the heavenly hosts? If you will leave and want to do wrong, then we are the sons. Zainab's in Karbala. Oh my dear brother, where are you, Hussein? Zainab's in Karbala crying in pain. Oh my dear brother, where are you, Hussein? Oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein. Oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein. Out of the tents came the son of Hussein, who looked like the prophet and bore Ali's name. He fought off the throngs with a Hashemi sword, defending his mother, his father, his lord. The youth was brought down, the truth was brought down, and falsehood fulfilled. And from afar it looked like to us the prophet was killed. Here is Hussein with an infant in arm. The hands of a father protect him from harm, from thirst and from hunger, from cold and from heat. He lays down his baby by enemy feet. This is my son, please for a child's thirst have respect. How can I say the arrow that pierced the white baby's neck? Zainab's in Karbala crying in pain. Oh my dear brother, where are you, Hussein? Zainab's in Karbala crying in pain. Oh my dear brother, where are you, Hussein? Oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein. Oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein. Yes, Imam Mahdi is crying in grief to think of the plight of the martyr's great chief, to see that his ummah is suffering still, while robbers and tyrants suppress them at will. Oh, our Imam, how long until your face is in sight? How long until your beautiful voice commands us to fight? Centuries later, a tyrant would fall. The enemy lurks and our leader will call. The gift of Shahada belongs to a few. The keys to the door might be offered to you. And when you choose, the riders will occur to what side you're on. The plea you refuse could be the cry of Sahib Zaman. Zainab's in Karbala crying in pain. Oh my dear brother, where are you, Hussein? Zainab's in Karbala crying in pain. Oh my dear brother, where are you, Hussein? Oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein. Oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein, oh my Hussein, Hussein, oh my 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 Hussein.
Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab,
Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab. Ya Zainab, 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 Ya Zainab.
If the brigade of Abu Fadl made them, Ya Zainab. If the brigade of Abu Fadl made them,
Ya Zainab.
Run from Sham and only God can save them,
Ya Zainab.
Run from Sham and only God can save them,
Ya Zainab.
Running towards Abu Fadl, so tell them,
Ya Zainab.
Running towards Abu Fadl, so tell them,
Ya Zainab.
ISIS, you ran in the wrong direction,
Ya
Zainab,
Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab.
Why have most of my visitors left me, Ya Zainab? Why have most of my visitors left me,
Ya Zainab.
Surrounded by the foe, the shrine feels empty,
Ya Zainab.
Surrounded by the foe, the shrine feels empty,
Ya Zainab.
Where is the one who gave his right and left hand,
Ya Zainab.
Where is the one who gave his right and left hand,
Ya Zainab.
Where is the one who gave away his bare eye,
Ya Zainab, 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 Ya
Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab.
At your borders standing, you should see them.
Ya Zainab,
At your border standing, you should see them.
Ya Zainab,
Come to your shrine and only death can free them.
Ya Zainab,
Come to your shrine and only death can free them.
Ya Zainab,
So only the angel of death gets near them.
Ya Zainab,
So only the angel of death gets near them.
Ya Zainab,
And whoever attacks you is no angel.
Ya Zainab, 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 Ya Zainab.
Secrets of all they can recite some stories.
Ya Zainab,
Secrets of all they can recite some stories.
Ya Zainab,
Lessons from Zainab in honor and glory.
Ya Zainab,
Lessons from Zainab in honor and glory.
Ya Zainab,
Hussein in Karbala, echoing theories.
Ya Zainab,
Hussein in Karbala, echoing theories.
Ya Zainab,
Victory after the other victory.
Ya Zainab, 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 Ya Zainab.
With their holy blood they started writing.
Ya Zainab,
With their holy blood they started writing.
Ya Zainab,
Hold you never entered, they are reciting.
Ya Zainab,
Hold you never entered, they are reciting.
Ya Zainab,
And if they there, then we are here igniting.
Ya Zainab,
And if they there, then we are here igniting.
Ya Zainab,
Ready to erupt in the face of evil.
Ya Zainab, 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 Ya Zainab,
Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab,
Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zahra, 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 Ya Zahra.
everyone.
Ya Zahra, 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 Ya Zahra. اللهم إنا ندعو باسمك العظيم الأعظم الأعز الأجل الأكرم يا الله يا الله. إلهي بحق محمد وأنت المحمود، وبحق علي وأنت الأعلى، وبحق فاطمة وأنت فاطر السماوات والأرض، بحق الحسن وأنت المحسن، بحق الحسين وأنت قديم الإحسان، بحق آقانا مولانا صاحب الزمان. اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك، اللهم اجعل أواقب أمورنا خيرا، اللهم ارزقنا لما تحب وترضى، اللهم نور قلوبنا وبيوتنا ومساجدنا بالقرآن، اللهم اهدنا إلى صراط علي بن أبي طالب، اللهم انصر جيوش المسلمين وساكر الموحدين، اللهم عجل في فرج مولانا صاحب الزمان واجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصاره. صلى الله عليك يا أبا يا رسول الله، صلى الله عليك يا أمير المؤمنين، صلى الله عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء، صلى الله عليك يا حسن بن علي، صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله، وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني جميعا سلام الله بدل ما بقيت بقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر لحد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين علي بن الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين، خصوصا سيدنا أبو الفضل العباس وزينب الكبرى ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا علي زين العابدين، السلام عليك يا باقر علم النبيين، السلام عليك يا جعفر الصادق، السلام عليك يا مسن الكاظم، السلام عليك يا علي الرضا، السلام عليك يا محمد تقي، السلام عليك يا علي النقي، السلام عليك يا حسن العسكري، السلام عليك يا صاحب الزمان، السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن، السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن، السلام عليك ركن الإيمان والإسلام، السلام عليكم جميع ورحمة الله وبركاته. إلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات بالأخص مرحومين الحاضرين والمرحومين والمرحومات، الفاتحة مع الإخلاص والصلوات.